It's the King J, back with another video. We have a new update for Tekken 8, and I want to show you what's inside the shop, because they've updated the shop, right? And there's some new stuff that we need to figure out. So first things first, we had I would say a leak about this, which is about the loot box. I didn't cover it because I don't really like showing leaks and stuff like that, so I wanted to wait until they came out in the shop, and it looks like it's here. So these are the loot boxes, but they've called it costume pack 1. So as you can see here, there's some type of sale as well. It's saying like 50% off and stuff like that, and even with the avatars, it's 75% off all of them. I felt like there was more avatars, but I don't know where they are. Okay, they're here. Okay, yeah, right. So as you can see, the ones that ain't discounted, they're 400 Tekken monies. Yeah, the party effects are still, you know, if you're in the fight lounge, you can get 10 of these, and you could just throw the fireworks 10 times, and then you have to buy another 10 with your Tekken money, right? So here's another one. You get the shark outfit as well. Kind of reminds me of like Fall Guys type of thing. This kind of reminds me of Fall Guys, and you know, I would say Fortnite. So it's interesting. Even like the way how they rank the items, like 5 stars and then 4 stars. It kind of gives me that first person shooter type of vibes, like the Fortnites and stuff like that. So all the costumes are here, right? So Alyssa, Lars, Lee, Steve. So these are all the costumes, right? And then like you've got the packs as well. So Outlaw Biker Pack, the Mad Biker Pack, Chicken All Over, Wildfire Pack, Hibiscus Pack, Somerset. So these, now if we go into this is the Kazuya Engine one. Now this was originally sold separate, right? But now they've locked it in, and they said, oh yeah, you can get this for 400 Tekken money, right? I don't know whether this is for a limited amount of time, but what I am seeing here is that this is only on sale. If this 50% goes, then that means it will be 800 Tekken money. So I don't know, like, if this is how the costume pack is going to be for the whole time. This seems like, again, like a sale. Let's look, it says Tekken special deals, right? So I don't know, but you know, if you wanted the avatar skin, which is Brian, Feng, Eddie, Zafina, Yoshi, Nina, Leroy, Law, then you can get these stuff, right? I've got 2,220, so I've got a decent amount, right? I got some free items as well that you can get. So yeah, but one thing I do want to say about this Tekken shop is it is becoming very expensive, right? So I have 2,220. That can only buy me around, I would say, 5 costumes, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, yeah. So I can only buy me around 4 costumes. That is a lot. That's kind of like, you know, I think that's a lot. So I don't know if, like, I feel like the pricing of this is it does get a bit taxing. Because even if I was to go and buy some money now, if I was to say, all right, I need some Tekken coins, 500 is 399, right? So if I go and get, like, I don't know, let's say for example 2,000, that'll be 15. Again, I can only buy 4 costumes or 5 costumes, and that's it. So then it starts to get a bit costly, right? This Tekken shop is becoming pretty expensive, and I'm starting to figure out, like, what's the real plan here? Do they have like a big DLC that they got coming out for the last character? Because they are really heavily updating this shop, and to me it's not making much sense of why we're getting so much items when there needs to be characters that need to be nerfed. That's like top 5 or the top 8 characters, you know. We're talking about Dragunov. We've seen Dragunov in the EWC finals, UFA finals, you know, not even just one Dragunov, it's Dragunov playoff at the end. And it's kind of crazy because when it was Leroy had an emergency patch. Now Dragunov doesn't have no emergency patch. I assume that there's going to be a patch when Heihachi drops, but again, we don't know when that is. And Heihachi trailer was in July. We're now in mid-September. So I do feel like when it comes to the marketing side of things, when it comes to Tekken, I do feel like maybe there might be a disconnect between the developers and the community. I have no idea. Let me know what you lot think in the comment section down below. Me personally, if you want my opinion, I feel like they should have dropped something with Heihachi by now, even if it's just like, you know, artwork of Heihachi, or even just like maybe show like 1 or 2 things with Heihachi. They haven't shown anything. Now, the reason why I feel like, for example, 2XKO does things differently and it makes sense is because I feel like they want to work with the community. They've employed people that are part of the community, fighting game community. You know, we have Apology Man, and we've had a few others that are actually working a full-time job at Riot Games. Whereas I feel like over here, there's a barrier there. Like, I feel like they're doing a lot better than how it was in Tekken 7, because now we have the Tekken Talk. We have them, you know, being transparent on, I'd say, Twitter sometimes. You know, Harada does leave like the long posts, and it is insightful to hear, you know, these things, because like, we don't know a lot. But again, I do feel like this shop, yeah, it's becoming a bit costly now, and we need to focus on actually fixing the game, because this type of stuff scares away casual viewers. It scares away even the professional players. I see a lot of people talk about this on Twitter. Me personally, if I don't want to buy anything, I just don't buy anything on the shop. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know there's a Leroy skin there, avatar. You know, I'm a Leroy guy, but I don't need to cop that skin if I don't want it. Same with like all of these packs. I don't need to cop these. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, maybe like I said, maybe this costume pack is a part of the Tekken special deals all the time. Maybe that might be the only logical thing I can think of, because it is saying 50%. But I'm saying if this is not 50% and then they go back to normal in the section, that would be 800 Tekken money. We haven't seen it yet. This is me just saying in theory from what I can see when it says 50%, right? I don't know how I feel about it. I feel they're experimenting, but if I was to buy the whole shop, how much money would I need? Like, it's not a maths lesson, by the way. It's not a maths lesson. But just looking at all of this, like even just the avatar skins alone, it's looking a bit pricey. So, yeah, let me know what you lot think in the comment section down below. And yeah, this is interesting.